How's it going, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another video. We got absolutely dumped on last night. As you can see, brutal. Probably got like, I don't even know, maybe 6-7 inches of snow, but wet snow, man, wet. So anyhow, since we're done shoveling now, we can get back to working on the Mini. All right, so after recently, since I've done this trunk install, now it used to just be a whole floor, and then I decided to recess the sub into the floor, make another subfloor inside so it could glow around, and then I made the amp box as well. Now the issue is ever since I did this, my trunk won't latch. So I think the emergency handle right here, I think it is being held somehow by the sub because it's probably sitting on the release wire. So I'm going to have to, unfortunately, take the floor up to try to figure out what's going on with that. I have to take all the wood off, but I can't remove the sub or the amp box because the LED strip is connected as one. It's not separate. So if I move that, it might damage the LED strip, and I really don't want to screw around with that. So hopefully it's a simple fix. Also, I have vibrations. You can imagine with the sub right now because it's sitting on the frame and then it's a ported sub. So now it's almost circulating that air underneath the floor, which it is able to escape through underneath here. Try to figure out how to fix that vibration, and I don't know if the Dynamat would be the solution. I'm almost thinking to just stuff a blanket in there to see if that will reduce the sound wave from hitting back and forth. So I'm gonna try a couple things. Now I also am going to be caulking around these edges today. That way this is finally nice and clean. It's just I can't do that until I know that this sub sounds good, one, and two, I gotta make sure, like I said, this friggin' trunk closes. So let's get into it, guys.
Let's go, ready? Turn off the lights.
Okay, so that's the amp box. I just took a piece of acrylic and then just made a box. Easy peasy. So that's what it looks like underneath the floor. Obviously, doesn't look as good. So as you can see, that LED strip is completely one, and it goes through right there.
Turn off the lights. Turn off the lights. Turn them off.
And then it loops back around. So now that it's literally installed through there, because that's the switch, and then it runs underneath the carpet, and then it goes into the center here to get power from the Android deck. Let me turn these off. So because the subwoofer is ported, it still is getting the airflow out. It's not completely trapped under there, but obviously a good amount of the port is underneath the floor. So maybe if I try stuffing something there, like I said, maybe a blanket just to close it off, because what's happening now is this sub box is now pushing air out, and then it's almost pushing into another sub box. So it sounds obviously funny, one, and two, it has a weird vibration. So I gotta try to figure that out. Hopefully it's not the hardest thing. But yeah, this is the floor. It's not really too crazy. Like really, it's a 2x4 at the back, right? Runs the length. Then you have this, what is that? 1x3. So you have a 1x3 and then another 1x3, and that attaches to this 2x4 back here, which is just cut out just to fit for this box. Then you got the wires coming through all the way from the side, and then it's all nice and wire. I wouldn't say wire tucked, it's just cleanly executed. Pretty simple floor, to be honest. Like, it doesn't even look that good, but it does the job. It's also light. Like, you don't want to do a backseat delete and then you're putting in weight. What I have here is just a Kenwood 1000 watt 300 RMS monoblock powering that 10. I don't need nothing that has high power values, at least not for me. I'm trying to keep lightweight in this car, so a 10's good enough, especially when, you know, there's nothing else in the car really. Okay, so I thought if I could just pull this a bunch of times, maybe I'll get lucky and it would just lock, but I don't think that's the case. No. So I might have to take the sub out. So I don't want to take the floor out because of the LED strip. Now I have a couple screws underneath here with a little L bracket that's holding the sub in place. So I'm going to try to take the sub out, which is not going to be easy. I might have to move these on each side to get my hand in there because it's such a tight spot. But yeah, we're gonna have to do what we gotta do, so let's go. Okay, hopefully this makes it easier. Now we know how to grab this thing. What a pain, boys, what a pain. Oh, we're so close. Yes! Yes, boys! Ah, screw the wires. We're good. Okay. Alright, now that we got that out, you can see that this is the wire I was talking about. So I think the sub was touching it. So let's go see now if the trunk will close. Oh, success, boys! Of course, I struggled to get the sub out, and now the trunk latch is no problem. So now, all that struggling, and I can put that sub back in. So I found this pillow, this old pillow, and I'm going to try to stuff it in on the side there, and hopefully that will stop the vibration. So I'm going to try that. I'm going to put the sub back in. I'm going to put the floor back on temporarily, and then I'm going to play some music just to see how it sounds. If it sounds good, then I can screw it all down. I can finally caulk the edges, and this trunk setup is finally 100% done. So here we go.
Betty right now, got them all rocking. About to do this sit down, so gotta get up and move your fat ass around. You don't care who watching, you keep it real, 'cause you.
We got everything put back into the trunk. As you can see, I got some caulking around the edges back there, which really cleaned it up. I'm gonna probably get little plugs to fill these in as well, but for now, it's good enough for today. All right, guys, so thanks for watching. Hopefully that helps some guys with some trunk ideas. It's not really that hard to build a floor, so if you have any questions, don't be afraid to leave them in the comments. I'll get back to you as soon as I can. Other than that, guys, go do me a favor and watch one of my other videos. Really help with the channel, and yeah, until the next one, peace.